It's almost summer, so that means one of the things you may be seeing here in the Netherlands is backpacks on flagpoles. Now, if you're like me, a foreigner that moved to this country, you may be thinking, what the is this? People in the Netherlands, when they graduate from school, it's very common tradition for them to hang a backpack on a flagpole. And this is the number one thing on my list of unique things here that I've seen in Dutch culture. Oh, my back. Considering my fall to the floor, that's a nice transition to my next point, and that's floor installation here in the Netherlands. You see, when I was looking for my first apartment with my girlfriend, you should have saw the look on my face when she started talking to me about paying for a floor. I thought, paying for a floor? What do you mean? The floor just comes to the place. But that's not the case. Here in the Netherlands, it's very common when you rent an apartment that you pay for the floor. So either you buy a new floor and you have it installed, or you pay for the previous renter's floor. Don't believe me? This was our apartment floor before we moved in, and this is while it was being installed. What's that? Oh, wait. It's just the first Monday of the month. That noise that you're hearing comes from this device that you see behind me here. In Dutch, it's called a lucht alarm. This was installed throughout the whole Netherlands during World War II as a warning against German air raids. But nowadays, it's just used as a warning against hazardous public events such as fires. And throughout the whole Netherlands, on every first Monday at exactly 12 p.m. for a minute and 26 seconds, this alarm is being tested. And for Dutch people, they grew up with this. So when they hear it, it's just another day. But for foreigners like me, when we hear this, we think. Speaking of safety, the Netherlands is one of the most play-safe countries in the world. How do I know that? The insurance culture here in the Netherlands. You know, in the US, it's common to have health insurance, home insurance, and car insurance, but in the Netherlands, it's taken to a whole other level. For example, when I moved here and I talked about insurance with my girlfriend's father, the conversation looked something like this.
Ja, Sam, je hebt toch ook wel die zorgverzekering afgesloten die je verplicht is, hè? Dus dat heb je geregeld, hè?
Ja.
Nee, want dat moet, die is verplicht. En heb je ook een inboedelverzekering als er een woninginbraak is bij je thuis? Inboedelverzekering afgesloten?
Nee.
Ja, dat moet wel gebeuren, want als er een inbraak is, inboedelverzekering, hè? En een opstalverzekering, heb je die ook?
Wat is
voor
die?
brand en zo? En
Nee.
ja, dat is toch ook wel heel erg belangrijk. Heb je ook een WA-verzekering?
Nee.
Als jij een ongeluk maakt op straat, of met de fiets valt, of een ongeluk toebrengt aan een ander, dan moet je die WA-verzekering, is gewoon verstandig om dat wel te doen, want die dekt veel schade.
So as you can see in this video, I'm doing quite a bit of acting. But to be honest, I should really make it my profession. Because here in the Netherlands, it seems they recycle the same actors and actresses for every movie and TV show. If anyone from NPO or RTL is watching this, feel free to contact me at contact@exploringtheforeign.com. And as someone from Los Angeles, the home of Hollywood, it just really stood out to me how small the entertainment industry is here in the Netherlands. To be honest, if you watch any kind of movie or TV show, you're bound to see at least one of these people.
Oh, wacht even, Sam, ik word gebeld. Met Linde.
Hey Lin, met mama. Hoe is het daar in Amsterdam?
Goed, ik ben hier met Sam.
Ach, wat gezellig. Hey, zullen we een keer gaan borrelen met z'n vieren? Lijkt me heel gezellig met jullie samen.
Ja, leuk. Morgen?
Nou oké, doen we. Helemaal goed. Tot dan. Ik hou van jou. Doei Lin.
Doei mam, ik ook van jou.
You are now tuned into the game show, How Much Do You Know the Dutch? I'm your host Sam, and today I'm going to test you on how much you really know Dutch culture. In this conversation, there were two very important things said. Listen closely.
Met Linde.
Ik hou van jou. Doei Lin.
Which one of these things is actually commonly done in Dutch culture? Is it A, answering the phone with your name, or B, ending a phone call with I love you? If you said A, that's correct. In the Netherlands, it's very common to answer the phone by stating your name. As an American, this is something very different for me. In the US, we just answer the phone with hello, or even who's this? The person that's calling is expected to present themselves, not the person answering. And on the flip side, ending a phone call with I love you is something you'll really never see Dutch people do. Actually, in general, the Dutch phrase for I love you is not really something used so commonly. Dutch people have a more serious view of that phrase. It's mainly used within a romantic relationship and not something commonly thrown out between friends or even family. Whereas in the US, we say it with pretty much anyone in our circle, friends, family, partner, even pets. And it's not to say that we don't mean it when we say I love you, but I feel compared to Dutch people, we definitely use it a lot more casually, and it's something that they take a lot more serious. Now, thank you for participating in the show. Let's head to the Borrel.
Okay, we're on the way to the Borrel, and something I can't help but recognize is how calm and organized Dutch people tend to drive. You see, generally speaking, Dutch people tend to follow the rule of staying more towards the right lane and only using the more outer lanes when you want to go faster and pass people up. And for me, coming from Los Angeles, I was used to driving looking something like this. Now, one of my favorite and most unique things that I've experienced so far here in the Netherlands is the Borrel culture. Borrel is basically when you get together with a group of friends or family and you're just having a whole bunch of different snacks, typically fried snacks such as bitterballen. You're also just having a beer, and yeah, it's just a really nice gezellig vibe, gezellig sfeer. And I know in other countries, for example Spain, they have like tapas and all that kind of stuff, but there's just something very different about the Borrel. I can't explain it. You gotta just experience it yourself. Ja.
Hi.
Hoi.
So, wat kan ik voor jullie hebben?
Kunnen we alsjeblieft de bitterballen hebben?
Ja?
En ook die nachos.
Nachos, yes.
Ook een flatbread met dip. And a beer. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's a peek at some of the food you would get at a typical Borrel. Bitterballen, nachos, fried shrimp, en een biertje. Okay, ik ben nu klaar met borrelen. I'm done with the Borrel. It was super good, as always. And now it's time to pay and get up out of here.
Zo, de rekening voor jullie.
Dankjewel.
38,50 wordt het.
Zo, mag ik mijn creditcard betalen?
Nee, dat gaat helaas niet.
Nee? Now, what you just saw was something that was very surprising for me when I moved to this country. In the US, it's very common to be able to use credit cards just about anywhere, and it's not really a good thing, but it's a very credit card dependent country, I would say. But here in the Netherlands, that's not the case. Dutch people are not really fond of using credit cards. They really just stay within their means and just use, the money that's in their bank. And if they can afford something, then they don't buy it. Now, when you're in some of the bigger cities like Amsterdam or Rotterdam, most likely they take credit cards. When you're in some of the smallest cities or some of the villages, it's a good chance that they don't take credit card. This is something that I experienced a lot when I lived in Den Bosch, for example, or when I'm in a small village that my girlfriend's from. Quite often, they don't take credit card. Now, thank you for joining me on this journey of 10 unique things I've experienced and seen here in the Netherlands. I hope you enjoyed. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned for the next videos.
Oh ja, hey, nog één ding Sam, wat ook heel belangrijk is. Ik hoorde dat jullie binnenkort een hotel hebben geboekt in de maand mei in Nederland. Hartstikke leuk dat jullie gaan, maar ik heb nog één heel goed advies. Je moet ook een regenverzekering afsluiten. Als het regent, kan de verzekering de schade dekken, hoef je niet op vakantie in Nederland. Een regenverzekering.